Meet Panasonic's new personal word processor, the KX-W1500. Its 9-inch CRT display offers easy logical layout work and switches between white on black and black on white for optimum visibility. AccuSpell Plus is the built-in spelling corrector that nearly eliminates spelling mistakes. Mail merge, mail list, merges text with a mailing list, so you no longer have to type out form letters one by one. These editing functions do the work for you. And word processing functions are just as complete. It's as easy to operate as a typewriter. Built-in software boots the system as soon as you turn on the power. You don't even have to insert a floppy disk. All operations are selected from the menu. Choose the functions you need by interacting with the CRT. Code functions are all explained on screen, much faster than referring to the operation manual. The 58 kilobyte text memory stores 56,000 characters and 20 phrases. Each 3.5-inch floppy disk has 353 kilobytes of memory, about 180 pages worth. Clever functions, easy operation. From Panasonic to the world's intelligent users. The easiest way to learn just how great the KX-W1500 is to try it yourself. First, turn on the power and select a mode from the menu. You don't even have to load the program from a disk. To create a document, use typewriter or create new text. You're now ready to start typing. Turn on the spell correction function, AccuSpell Plus. In addition to pointing out spelling mistakes, it lets you replace them with the correct spelling using one of 4 keys. AccuSpell Plus lists 63,000 words from the American Heritage Dictionary, chosen by their frequency of use. A 120-word user dictionary is also provided for proper nouns and abbreviations. Adding words to the dictionary is extremely simple. Just type in the word to be input. Then press Code and the AccuSpell Plus key SC Next or Add. The display shows that the word has been registered in the user dictionary. Words can be input from within sentences too. The word in front of the cursor is registered. As you can see, you can also register numbers and symbols. The display tells you if and why a word hasn't been accepted. Words of up to 30 characters are acceptable, and the display automatically indicates if a word is too long to be input. Turn on AccuSpell Plus and rid your documents of spelling mistakes. It makes typing a lot easier. What about bold type? Just press Code and B. Then start typing. To return to the normal style, press Code and B again. Could anything be easier? And the KX-1500 has a host of other convenient functions, like right margin flush. Press Code and R, and start typing. Then press Return. That's it. While we're on the subject of style, let's look at the underlining function. Just press Code and U, instant underlining. Again, to return to the normal style, simply press Code and U once more. What about centering? Simple. To center, just press Return, then press Code and C. And type in your sentence. When you've finished, just press Return again. As you can see, the result is perfect. When you've finished the entire document, check the results. If you find the on-screen symbols distracting, just press Code and D to clear the display. Once you're satisfied with the results, press the Print key. To save the document in memory, the KX-W1500 has a text memory of 58 kilobytes, which stores 56,000 characters and 20 phrases, and uses 3.5-inch floppy disks with 353 kilobytes or 180 pages worth of memory capacity each. Wait a minute. Don't disks have to be formatted before being used for the first time? To format, just display the menu and select Utility. Then designate the disk to be formatted and press Return. Now you can save the document on the formatted disk. To store it, display the main menu and select Store Text to Disk. Then press Return. And give the document a name. As several documents can be stored on the same disk, it's important that all documents have a name. You can name the document whatever you want. Once you've finished, the document is stored on the disk. There's a good chance that sometimes you'll choose a document name that already exists on the disk. If you press the return key for yes, you'll erase the previous document and replace it with the new one. Press the erase key if you want to keep the previous document, and just give the new document a different name. Now let's look at the word processing functions. Starting with global search and replace. This lets you search out every occurrence of a word throughout the document and replace it with an alternative. Press Code and X. Then input the word to be searched. Return, then the word to replace it with. You can either have a prompted search that lets you examine each word to decide whether you want to change it, or you can use global change by pressing G to change all occurrences simultaneously. That's the convenience of Panasonic's global search and replace. Next are block move, copy, and delete. To use any of these functions, first designate the text to be changed by moving the cursor to that place and pressing Code and Q. The text from that point will be highlighted. Now move the cursor again to designate the end of the block. Then press Code and Q. To execute block move, move the cursor to where you want the block to go. And press Code and Q. To select move, press M. Follow the same procedure for copy, except press C instead of M. To delete the block, press D. The KX-W1500 also has a word search function. To search for a word, press Code and S. Then input the word to be searched for and press Return. The cursor will appear at the end of the word. The display will even tell you if the word does not exist in this document. Next is Mail Merge. Using this easy-to-use function, you can send a form letter to several different addresses without having to individually type out each letter. You start by typing the form letter. The V shows the parts of the letter that'll be merged. First, select the Create New Text mode. Then type in your form letter. For the part of the letter that will change, enter Code and V. Once you've finished the form letter, store it onto the disk using the storing procedure described earlier. Then type your mailing list. Press Code, the stroke key, a qualifier for indexing, then press Return. In this case, the qualifier is WNY, for Women in New York. Type an opening parentheses, then type in the appropriate section, and finish it with the closing parentheses. Complete all of the V parts in this way. Then store the mailing list. That ends the preparation. All you do now is merge the mailing list with the form letter. Select Mail Merge from the menu. Choose the document name and press Return. Then enter the mailing list name and press Return again. Using the qualifier, you can easily create a letter for each address on the mailing list. That's how simple mail merge is on the KX-W1500. For those who value modern-day freedom and appreciate quality, the multifunctional, easy-to-operate KX-W1500 personal word processor is a must from Panasonic.